USD1 meme coins are going to be hot in 2026, especially with the introduction of World Liberty Financial introducing 120 million to boost USD1 pairs backed by the Trump team. I'm going to share with you guys of the ones I think are going to do well. Let's start off with the first one, starting with OneCoin. Now, OneCoin is their native #1 main runner when it comes to USD1 pairs. Of course, I did mention to this you guys early. So hopefully you guys are already in this play. But right now it's currently sitting at 5 million market cap. This is literally their staple coin, the one they heavily invested the most amount of money. And when they say they invested a lot of money, they actually invested money up here. Okay. Right when the coin was like around 20 million. So they are still heavily invested in this coin. They still have a lot of supply for this coin, and the coin has kind of trickled down a little bit all the way to 5 million, where it's kind of found its nice support. I think as we enter Q1 in 2026, we will see a rise of this particular coin, which is their main front runner coin that they have backed the majority entirety of the time, should theoretically give us a nice, beautiful upswing. Right now, it is the coin with the highest market cap in all USD1 pairs. It's the one with the most holders. And to me personally, I feel like this is the main runner within the ecosystem of USD1 pairs. And if there's anything that we could kind of reference to that we've seen what main runners do when they are running within the bunk ecosystem, useless would be the best one to actually kind of get a reference to, which was theoretically kind of sitting roughly around this same market cap. And then all of a sudden it ran up to 400 million. Not saying this is going to repeat this story once again, but I just wanted to give you guys some perspective of the team behind it. Not only is, bunk team behind it, not only is Radium behind it, but also the Trump team is behind it with World Liberty Financial. So just something to keep a reference on. The next one I want to mention, guys, is one called SPSC. And this one is another meme that also got kind of introduced within the ecosystem. Once again, this is another coin that's also backed by World Liberty Financial. There are two coins that they've actually invested money in. And as you guys see, whenever they invest money, the thing kind of goes crazy. And they invested a little bit lower here in SPSC, but this is once again tied into one of the founders, and he actually made a post about a coin being called this, and that is why this coin is currently sitting at where it's at right now. Right now, it's sitting at 4 million market cap. It's ran up all the way to 15 million, and right now it's kind of sitting here at this 4 million market cap with almost 3,000 holders, holding pretty strong here. And this is another coin that looks really primed for when we enter into Q1 for 2026. The next coin I want to take a look at, guys, is this one right here. And this one is called FKH, Horse. And this one in particular, guys, recently ran up to 11 million. Right now, it's roughly sitting there around the 4 to 5 million range. It kind of had a nice little trickle down here. This one is roughly around almost 5,000 holders. So this one has a little bit more holders than SPSC. So it seems to be like the community's kind of forming around it. Just to give you guys a context, the higher one they have, which is the OneCoin, has 10 million holders. SPSC has 3,000, and FKH has a total of almost 5,000 holders. So this one seems like it's kind of getting a little bit more momentum with the community, and really cool coin. Once again, really bullish, a really interesting narrative, once again tied to one of the founders as well. One of these coins is going to rip, in my personal opinion. It's just a matter of positioning and taking a good position in either of them whenever they get a nice little dip. This actually dip right here of 2.4 was a beautiful dip here. You could kind of capitalize here into a nice little 2x. Right now it's roughly sitting around 5 mil, so you kind of want to see what it does here. See if it comes down or if it kind of holds that position to see if you should take a position. But this is another one that we're looking very closely on. The next one we have is kind of a little bit of more of a newer coin per se. This one actually kind of recently launched back in December the 11th. This one's called MAGA. I really don't have to explain too much what it actually means, what it stands, because you guys already know. As you guys kind of are seeing the drift here, USD1 pairs have a lot of significant when it has to do not only with a patriotism, but also USA and the Trump team. I personally feel like they're gonna eventually end up getting out of that narrative, and it's just gonna be a way of people kind of figuring out that USD1 pairs are the ones that you should be trading. But as of right now, these are the ones that are kind of leading, and it's mostly political tied narratives that are actually doing pretty good in the meme coin space. And of course, what other better thing to actually push than a MAGA token if you're launching a meme coin? Currently, it ran up all the way to 3 million. It kind of had a downtrace around here to 500K, but that's where it's roughly sitting at right now with a total of 2,500 holders. So as you guys see here, the stronger ones are the ones, of course, with the most holders, because you want to have the most holders are the ones that actually make the most noise, but those are the main ones. So those are the 5 coins that I think will do pretty good in space. Of course, granted, there are some other coins that are going to be coming out that I think will do pretty well, but I don't haven't found one that as of right now that I wanted to include in this particular group. But what I could tell you is eventually there's going to be a coin that's going to completely blow up in USD1 pairs. You just want to make sure you position yourself correctly. If you want to make sure you position yourself correctly, make sure you guys check us out. We stream every Tuesday and Thursday, or come to Discord where we drop this early alpha every single time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.